day 3 of a planned 5-day hike of the 84-mile Standing Stone Trail here in central Pennsylvania. It's supposed to be a hot one today. It's already 70 degrees. It's 7 o'clock. It's supposed to get into at least the mid-90s. Supposed to be severe weather coming in later today. We got a 20-mile day, finished up with a huge climb. We'll be seeing a lot of cool sights today. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, that weather's not going to be an issue. There might be some kind of change of plans. I don't know what's going to go on yet, but yeah, there's some kind of severe thunderstorms or high wind advisories, like super high wind advisories. So yeah, I don't want to be hammocking in that if I don't have to. We're going to be stopping around the 12-mile mark today. We're going through a trail town called Mapleton. They have a pizza shop, so we're going to get some pizza, and there's a hiker shelter we can hang out in. And hopefully the rain will go through while we're in town, but it's not likely. So yeah, I'm going to finish packing up here and start getting ready for this day. We got a long one ahead of us. We've had to deal with a ton of this the first 2 days, and it's already picking back up. The trail just goes through all these boulders. Still boulders, now it's going up also. This really slows down the pace. Don't need this on a 20-mile day in the rain. We're up here where these communication towers are at. We got 3 of them in this whole building. Check it out.
Too bad you couldn't get inside. They got the door all gated and locked up.
I know, what are you gonna do? I just noticed this next to the communication towers. Little fire tower here. They took out the bottom set of stairs. I don't think I'd want to go up that rusty thing anyways. Supposed to be a whole lot more to see today than there was yesterday, and hope this continues like this the rest of the day. That's awesome. Looks like the bears are moving these logs out to get to the bugs that are underneath. A few more steps and we'll find another one. Only 8.6 miles to pizza. Alright, so I think this is called Hall of the Mountain King. And we got to cross this. And if you can see, there's a sign out in the middle. This is going to take forever. Okay, just as we were about to start cross, I just happened to notice this rattlesnake. First one of the year. See it over there. It's a little bit smaller than the ones I saw before. You done?
Yeah. I'm going to go over there and get behind you.
I'll try to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright, we got to keep an eye out across all these things. We are about halfway across. There's the view. Alright, Chef found 2 more of them up here. Yellow phase here, smaller one. And then the black phase is already gone under the rocks, so I missed the black phase, but there's a bigger one. Okay, there's the 0.2 of a mile trail over to the throne room, where the things to see on this trail. But yeah, as long as the day we have, we're not wasting any more time and miles. We're just gonna keep trucking. The sign that said Mapleton was 8-point-something miles was way wrong. We're actually more like 9 miles away right now. Time for the song of the day. I got Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. Heard that recently on the radio. All right, I got the trail challenge for this video. There's another one of these link trail signs. The link trail, from what I remember reading, is this used to be called the link trail. Connects the Mid-State Trail and the Tuscarora Trail, I believe, and now it's just called the Standing Stone Trail. We were about 0.2 of a mile down that trail, and Becky said, "Have you seen any orange blazes lately?" I said, "I haven't been paying attention. I've just been following the trail." So her and I are both running the Far Out app, which is completely updated. I don't know, Chef's, I don't know where he's at. So we should have gone down this road according to the Far Out app. So that must have been an old trail and it's been rerouted here, but I guess we'll find out. A slight situation going on. Just maybe a few hours ago, I started having a little bit of discomfort, I guess, in my outer left ankle, which is not the one I broke. And it's gradually started to work its way up all the way from the ankle to the side of my knee. I don't know if there's some kind of ligament issue going on or what, but thoughts running through my mind that if it doesn't get better, I might have to tap once we get to Mapleton. I really don't want to. So once we get to camp tonight, we only got 30 more miles to go. See how it feels once we get to Mapleton and get a nice break. But yeah, after Mapleton, we got the 1,000 steps. It's a huge climb all the way from Mapleton up to the camp. We'll play it by ear once we get there, but yeah, if I have to tap, even if I get to camp tonight and tomorrow morning it's not looking any better, and if I have to go back down to Mapleton, or if I just have to stay in Mapleton tonight, and once those guys finish, one of them can come back and get me and take me back to my car. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, check it out. Look at these snakes over here. They're shaking the leaves. Okay, that's a racer. It's shaking the leaves to kind of make the leaves sound like a rattlesnake.
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, he is. They're fast ones too. So he's got like a little white ring around his neck. Now we're back into the woods. This is super overgrown. This is obviously not a very used trail. As I didn't mention, we saw no other hikers the last 2 days or today, except for a few people by Callan's Gap State Park where we started. And we are completely guessing there's no blazes or anything. But I don't know. So where else could we possibly turn? Alright, we finally got a signpost so we know we're in the right direction. Ferns everywhere. You can just barely make out where the trail is. On top of this boulder field. Look at that great view. Nice. Alright, we're coming into the sleepy village of Mapleton. And that's probably the mountain we're gonna have to go up over there today. There's like no stores in this entire town. There's a public pool right there. And I think they have water, but I think that's what the app said. The only store in town that's listed on Google Maps is a pizzeria. So we ordered pizza for delivery over to the park. Yeah, there's the bigger town of, I think it's called Mount Union. It's just a few miles to the east of here. So that's probably where all these people get their supplies at. All right, we just turned onto Main Street from Hill Street, and this post office, and that building next to it looks like some kind of convenience store. It wasn't listed on the map. But yeah, we got pizza on the way. Heading across Veterans Memorial Bridge. Forget what this crosses over. I want to say it's the Juniata River, but I'll have to double check on that. Coming into our hangout spot, Riverside Memorial Park. We're going to chill out under this pavilion and have some pizza, some cold beverages being delivered over here. There are restrooms over there too, so that's good to know.
Amazing.
So this is our pizza. What do you got? Trail livery?
Trail livery. It's amazing.
I got a Mountain Dew. I got my favorite here, extra sweet pure leaf. Oh, this is looking good.
2 miles down the road.
Son of a bitch!
So we got some hail coming in on this tin roof.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Oh, you're good. Very successful break. And we are off 2 miles from here till we start really killing ourselves on the 1,000 steps. Oh yeah, and we got thunderstorms on their way. It's feeling very humid out here right now. And that looks like it's about 2 miles away, so I guess we're going up there. Oh yeah, I am going to put a screenshot in here showing you what the elevation looks like. Because the first part of the elevation looks like a vertical line. That's the 1,000 steps. It is so hot out here with our rain gear on. It says 83 degrees outside. I'm crossing Route 22. Like he found a turtle, box turtle.
He won't come back out.
Turtle?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
He sucked his head in. I scared him. Maybe he'll come back out if I sit him down.
Check out this nice cabin. That's pretty sweet. All right, it is pouring.
The heaviest rain we've been in, this is we get to the steps.
Yeah, so we're at the bottom of the 1,000 steps, which I'm not going to count. I'll trust somebody else. It is just pouring, just coming down in buckets. Fortunately, there's this little shelter area here. We thought we were going to get to water, but apparently we have to go down these stairs to get to water. We're not doing that. So hopefully I got enough to get me to the top of these stairs. Becky climbing the steps. Oh, I just got rid of the rain gear. Oh wait, here's step number 100. Check it out. So we only got 900 more. Well, it's supposed to be 4/10 of a mile to the top. All right, there's 200. Flatten out for 30 seconds here. And my next break is up at that sign. All these boulders. The thing with this is they're not even heights. It's one of the other issues. But it's better than climbing over something like this. It was just a few steps until we got to 300. There we go, 400. Halfway up. 600. 700. That's 800. I think we got rain coming in here. I ain't gonna bother with rain gear. It's just too hard to see. There's 900. Well, there's 1,000. But it just keeps on going. Oh, I'm almost out of water. All right, so that was about an extra 25 after the 1,000. You see the steam coming up out of the valley, drifting over here. If I don't find water soon, I'm gonna be dipping out of a puddle. And here's this place called the Dinky Shed. Got a stone wall over here. I don't know what the whole purpose of this is. Wouldn't it be nice if that storm came through while we had a roof?
Yeah. Hey, look, more steps.
Yay, more steps. See if we can find some water around here. We can't find the water, so we're gonna be scooping water out of puddles. A good thing it just rained pretty good. Look at this view. They used to do mining and stuff up here.
Train's getting ready to come
This is
through.
a railroad track right here on the edge.
There is a train.
Look, I can see
Oh yeah,
the park.
there's the train coming on the left
Park
side
in
of the.
Mapleton where you get our pizza. We climb through those woods.
Yep.
I wish I had some more Mountain Dew.
I wish I had any kind of drinks. Look at how gloomy it is up here. And it's what time did you say it was? 7 something?
7:15.
Oh my god.
We're in the clouds.
I'm sure this would be a great view under normal circumstances. And this is really reminding me of Rocky Point Trail at Dolly Saw's. 8 o'clock, we're at Shorb's Summit, 2265 feet. And you can't see anything. It was just downpour for a half an hour. So I was walking around with my peanut butter jar, collecting water while I was walking. Okay, so turning off the trail at this trail register mailbox, and we're going to try to find this campsite that's over here. Well, it's a little after 9 o'clock in the morning. About 10 after 9, we're heading out of camp. Chef couldn't get motivated. He's still in his hammock. So me and Becky have, he'll catch up to us, I'm sure. So it did stop raining, but it might sound or look like it's raining right now, but that's just the rain, all the rainwater falling off the trees. That was not, I mean, I slept like a baby with the rain hitting the dark, but yeah, the setup, oh my God, everything that possibly could go wrong did go wrong with me setting up my stuff last night in the rain, in the dark, with I couldn't even get to my headlamp. Yeah, for the first time ever, I managed to set my tarp up upside down. I didn't realize until I staked it out, so I had to unstake it. Oh, and then trying to set up everything else underneath the tarp while I'm bent over. That was not fun at all. Just the one thing after another going wrong. But yeah, everything we have is wet right now, except what I had in my contractor bag was my quilts and my dry clothes. So, anyways, I gotta stop talking and pay attention to where I'm walking on these wet rocks. At the campsite this morning, I did find, because I was completely out of water, the next water source I believe is about 2 miles from here. So I looked around this morning and I found an old trail leading south off the campsite. It's kind of overgrown, but once you find it, you'll start to see blue blazes. And it goes down quite a while, so it's a bit of a walk to get down to the spring, but it was definitely there, and it was a lifesaver. This is the trail. Fun. Got this turtle in here, check him out. It's a nice design.
What is it?
Turtle?
Turtle.
As far as that Dinky house yesterday, supposedly, you know, there was obviously mining operations going on up there on this mountain, and like way back in the day. And the workers, I guess, lived down in Mapleton. They had to walk up those 1,000 steps every day to get to the Dinky house where they started work. And from there, they had those like, what are they called, like light gauge railroad. The kind you like hand with the hand pumps and all that. I guess they would go up to the top of the mountain and do the mining and then bring it back down on the railroad tracks. And those tracks are, well, long gone, but the grade is the trail, so it's like real long switchbacks near the top of the mountain. That is a pretty impressive tree stand. 10 after 10 in the morning, and I don't think I mentioned that we have a 16-mile day today. We just hit the 2-mile mark, so yeah, this should be a camp pretty early today. I can't remember. I don't think it's composting. I want to say it's some kind of trap. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Somebody leave in the comments below what this thing is for.
Torture.
Torture.
He stepped here.
Where's the back foot?
This is the back foot. He
Oh,
steps
yeah.
here with the front foot and then the back foot right inside.
Yeah, that's the third straight relatively recent signs of bear activity in the past 2 or 3 minutes. Well, we made it to this logging road. We got a gear explosion, drying everywhere. I'm having a lunch break. I'm having it. I'm like, what do you got? Some kind of tuna on a wrap. And got my cold soaking ready to go for next water stop for dinner. I'm at 11 miles on the day and fully weighted down with every water container I have is full. I'm not sure where the next water source, if we have one before camp. And then, so yeah, camp is at 16, so we got 5 miles to camp. And then tomorrow, after we leave camp, the next water is about 8 miles away at Greenwood State Park. So yeah, making sure tonight didn't make the same mistake I made last night. Time for song of the day. Going with Careless Whisper. I don't know. I think it's George Michael singing, but I don't know if it's solo or with Wham. I'm going to say it's with Wham. So That's my guess is Careless Whisper Wham. It looks like the tree's holding that boulder up. A little ring that Becky walked over. Wasn't me this time, for once. I got some cool rock formations here. I guess I gotta put this away because looks like I gotta climb here. And that one there. Looks like we're coming out of the boulder section. That was some interesting hiking there. A ton of these gigantic boulders. I had to crawl under the last one. I had my poles. I didn't have my poles in my hands quite a few times. I had to toss my poles over onto the rock that I had to climb up onto. We're coming over to the Stone Mountain Official Hawk Watch. Daily September through mid-December. Huh? September through mid-December. I don't know. I'll read this later. Doesn't make sense. This is great. Too far to camp now. We'll be up on this mountain somewhere. This is called Saucer's Pile. Look at all these rocks. Better get a look at this view. Okay, we're coming up to the wall, which is right next to our campsite. Okay, we cut out of camp around 8:30, a little after 8:30 this morning. It was 64 degrees. 61 was the low last night. When we got to camp, it was pretty windy. And then the wind died down. It was extremely quiet for the longest time. Around 2:30, just a random tree fell or got felled because there was no wind, so I don't know. It sounded like a pretty sizable tree. A little vista. We got 7 miles to water. A little bit cloudy out there this morning though. I was looking at the elevation profile last night. It didn't look like it was going to be too tough, but yeah, we're lucky if we're averaging 1 mile an hour right now. It's been nothing but rocks, boulders, crossing boulder fields. Nice view though. We got a porcupine right here next to the trail. Just doing porcupine stuff.
He's just eating. He doesn't even care.
Maybe we'll go for a walk with us.
You probably can go about our pace right now.
Oh yeah.
Put your ass away. I'm not gonna hurt you. Are they about blind? Like he looked right at me and just kept eating, and now he wants to shoot us with spears.
Surprised he's not climbing a tree here. What?
Aw.
He's having as much stumbling problems as we are.
He looks old. Maybe because I don't think he's got gray hair.
All right, there's some kind of a man-made structure over here. I don't even have the energy to walk over and look at it, but yeah, I thought once I got under these pines that the boulders would stop, but they just will not let up. I can't find anywhere. Put my foot on a nice soft patch of pine needles. Okay, there you can see it's basically a one-room something, no windows. All right, check it out. Up here at this power lines, I think we're about 2,000 feet up. Got over on this side. Pretty nice. Wow, that was cool. Big Valley Vista. Let's go check it out. It's a big valley.
It is.
The smallest rattlesnake I've ever seen. This is the Stone Valley Vista. This is a great view up here on top of these rocks. This is one of the better ones of the whole trip. And we finally, after 5 miles, got out of all that bouldering crap. That was ridiculous. There's a nice pine forest. We're kind of gradually descending. The first 100 feet of descent, I didn't even notice. I forgot to mention the cold soaking meal that I had last night. My first cold soaking meal. It wasn't all that bad. I might have to do that more often. Came out, yeah. Texture I was fine with the texture of everything. Plus, I didn't eat the entire thing, so I sealed it back up. And if I want to have a rest some other time on this trip, I don't know how long it's going to stay good for, but maybe add a little bit of water to it just to kind of freshen it up. But here's the Greenwood Nursery, established 1906. And then the Greenwood Furnace Church, established 1867. As you can see, we're in a car.
Yeah, see, there's the place.
So we stopped at the Greenwood Furnace State Park, and we found this car we stole. We're tracking it up. So anyways, here is the whole logistics of this whole trip. We all three of us met at Greenwood Furnace State Park. We didn't want to leave in a car up at the northern end out in the middle of nowhere for 5 days. And so we all jumped in Becky's car and drove down to Callan's Gap State Park and started our hike from there. And then the plan was to get to up here to Greenwood Furnace and take a car up to the other end and then drive back and then hike up to that other car. And so Shaft wanted to hike on ahead of us today. So we jumped in his car, and me and Becky are driving his car up to the far northern end. And then the two of us are going to hike back to my car, which is still back at Greenwood Furnace State Park. And then I'll just take Becky back to her car. So we made it to the parking area. So you can see we wouldn't want to leave a car in this little parking area here for 5 days. And over here is the sign for Standing Stone Trail that way. That little connector trail is part of the Mid-State Trail, and here's the official northern end of the Standing Stone. Making some really good time now on this section of trail. Unlike this morning, it took us 2 hours to go 3 miles. Yeah, ridiculous. This explains why it's been so nice through here. The old railroad went through here. We've been going through these really nice rhododendron tunnels. It'd be a little bit nicer if I didn't have to bend down to get underneath. All right, song of the day. I don't think I've done it yet. This one was on in Shaft's car. Now I got it stuck in my head. It's the Offspring. I think it's called Get a Job. That's song of the day. Very much enjoying walking this trail, or this section of Standing Stone Trail.
Get out. That's crazy.
Well, we didn't know that there was anybody behind us, but here comes a dog up the trail. Oh, yeah, there's a hiker down there. That's the only other hiker we've seen the entire trip, except for the pants guy on Standing Stone.
At the store there you talking about?
At the 1,000 Steps. The guy with the blue jeans.
Oh, right, yes,
That's the only other person we've seen on trail. Sign right there says, there's a view 300 feet that way. It ain't happening. This is, we're climbing up this. Okay, this hill is, we still probably have at least a half a mile to go. Yeah, over a half a mile. This climb has been, so what was it, 1,300 feet over 2 miles. No switchbacks, it's just straight up. We're on top of Broad Mountain, 2376 elevation. Greenwood Fire Tower is the highest point on the SST. No access to lower steps are gone, but right on the trail. I got within like 5 feet of it before it all coiled up and started rattling. This is going to be fun getting around. We can't even bushwhack around this. Okay, so we snuck by it over as close, as far away over in the bushes as we could. Then we come out here, and there's a road right here from the fire tower that we could have walked around and avoided the whole situation.
Jesus. He could have went whoop. He's still rattling. Oh, no bitch.
Notice this old telephone pole here. This trail is also, this section of the trail anyways is called Telephone Trail. It's still the SST. But I would imagine, it's only a guess, but when they had the fire tower in operation, if they had spotted a fire, they had to have to use a telephone to notify the fire department or whoever. Well, this is disheartening. What's the adjective I'm looking for? There's nothing here. Anticlimactic, I guess.
I don't know what a hearth is, but I was expecting something.
It's just a pile of dead sticks.
Oh, that's a nice pile of sticks. Alrighty.
Made it back to Greenwood Furnace Park office where the car's at, just up this road. So I'm going to do my wrap up a little bit different on this one. I'm going to put the stats individually. Put the stats for day 1 right in here. The stats for day 2 in here. Stats for day 3. And stats for day 4. And stats for day 5. Then I'll add them all up and put the total stats for the entire trail. Now Far Out has it marked as 84 miles and like 14,000 some feet elevation. My GPS tracked it in more than that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, as far as the trail conditions and all that, I'm gonna do a separate video because I have way too much to say about the trail conditions and everything. So yeah, in particular, this video will be for like anybody who wants to through hike, just like tips and tricks and things to look out for. Hidden turns and such as that. And or even just anybody that's just like doing a day hike maybe out here. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to post these 2 trip videos, parts 1 and part 2. If you haven't already watched part 1, go ahead and check that one out. And then for all the trail heads, trail junkies, check out the informative side of things on the 3rd video. So with that, I can see the car, and thanks for watching.